Hello and welcome back to this Trails Through Daybreak Let's Play with me, SLJRPG. In the last episode we did a bunch of the for Spriggan quests here in Langport, which included doing some martial arts training, doing some tours, taking some packages and also defeating a monster in the eroded cave. But our plan for now is to go check out the trading company, so let's go ahead and have a little look-see at them. And that is here. Muslim Trading Company. So this is the building Muslim Trading Company owns. A Merackley that Almada owns. And it's right down the street from one of Hayue's hotels, huh? That's very brazen of them. Do you think they're purposely trying to provoke Hayue? It's definitely half of it, the other being a show of confidence. Doesn't seem like many folks coming in and out of here. If I had to wager, they'll keep a skeleton crew here and their main force hold up elsewhere. So this is the FOB. I can see the tactical advantage in that. What now? Sometimes she can be so hard to follow. Something about this place rubs me up the wrong way. But busting in there ain't really an option. But focus on the other parts for now. And my guess is, like everywhere at these port towns, the bad guys always end up. Ooh. Hello.
Oh, maybe he's got some keen senses on him after all.
We were warned that he may pose a threat. Remain vigilant.
Interesting. Yes, and we're going to have to head to the harbour district now. Let's double check the old shopping situation. I think I bought everything I needed. But
do you know what you want?
We can synthesize some quarters here. So maybe we should try and get some of these. We've got a seal. Maybe
Thank you for visiting the Calvard department store.
We can't do anything more than that, but we can get some of these. So I think maybe trying to get one of them is not a bad idea.
Longford has to offer.
Shield 2 we've already got a bunch of, and then we'll take a topaz ring. Noise. The others we can of course do. Orbments.
Modifying your ornament, are you?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe. We can't put in the topaz ring has to go in the shield area, which is a little bit annoying, but wait. Does take our defense down. Not by significantly, but takes our HP up. And does grant stuff when stuff is low, which feels like not a bad thing to have.
Switching to maintenance mode.
Interesting. EP1 is an earth boost there. We do have a EP2. Trying to make sure I have stuff that's better, just in case. So we got the topaz ring, and what else did we get? We got the emerald ring, which does take our evasion down, but feels like that's not a bad one to go for there, so we'll do that. We've already got pretty strong evasion with your girl. Then we will go for the
Adjusting orbit.
EP.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
Instead of defense one, let's go for the topaz.
I hope to see you again.
You certainly will. Right, let's head towards the town. Forward. Let's head towards the harbour. How does one get towards the harbour? There we go. And there's the Bracer Guild. So towards the harbour district. I'm sure nothing bad will happen, guys. Might be time to investigate the stall in the docks. As a result, all things well fit. I'm pretty sure we've done everything, so let's go ahead and visit the docks. September 20th, 4:30 PM. Look at these boats. Judging by their make, I imagine this is a privately owned pier. Do you think we'll find the stall here? Probably. There's a big old naval wharf on the east side of town. Rather than hang out there, shady folks tend to end up in places like this. Sometimes you even find folks peddling black market goods sourced straight from the Navy. I see. That kind of trading is possible here. I wonder if Hayue has this oversight here as well. Maybe that means we'll find what we're looking for. One way to find out. I got a hunch where the stall might be. We should go straight there. The sun's gonna go down soon. Alright, alright. Miscellaneous voices. There he is. Why are you clapping? Come on down, I've got great stuff for great prices. What about you, find a working friend? A persisting orbal radio comes straight from the Navy and it's a real bargain. 2 for £1, £1 for 2. Maybe people will actually buy your junk if it didn't break after a couple of weeks. Hey now, sure some of my customers have been unlucky, but it's not like all my wares go bad. I mean, come on, just look at this thing. It's brand spanking new. Forget it already. Besides the wife of a connotation? Oh god, that's a crazy word. This is Jason's coming out. Connotation if I come home with your crap in hand. Hold on, at least take a look at all these rare items. Don't mind if I do. Well, finally a man with discerning eye. What can I do for you? As it happens, I'm browsing the stalls all over the town, but they're all just selling the same old stuff you find anywhere. So I'm gonna find something a bit more special, if you know what I mean. Then you come to the right place, my friend. My wares are the rarest of rare. You won't find variety like this anywhere else. So, what sort of items are you interested in? Seen anything looks like this? Isn't that? This must be it.
I think so too.
Wouldn't happen to have one on hand, would you? Nah, unfortunately I'm not familiar with whatever that is, sir. Really, heard there was a rumor that one stall around here. Well, about that.
Please, if you know anything at all, please tell us.
But miss, I
have a connection to the item. It's precious to me. If you have any information at all, I'll make sure you're duly rewarded. Won't you please help us?
Yeah.
She really knocked him off guard.
No kidding. Must have met her to bust all the poppy dog eyes. But whatever works, I guess. If they heard her cry for help, we couldn't leave her out to dry. We've been doing all we can to get her back what's rightfully hers. Hell, the little one even flew from Central East to help investigate. Huh?
That's right. Arusha teaches us to never ignore someone in need. Very.
I don't know about you, but I'd feel a real asshole if I sat by and did nothing knowing that these kids are doing all they can. So what'd you say? Want to do a good deed in the name of the Heavenly Mother?
There he goes again.
Oh, why? Talk about laying on thick. Fine, I'll tell you what I know. I had an item that just like the one in the picture until just recently. The thing is, if I were you, I'd give up.
But why? You must have sold it to someone else, right?
Point us in that direction and we can haggle with them ourselves. If only it were that simple, mate. You guys ever heard of the Muslim Trading Company? No matter. Afraid not. Take it up from the port city up north. Yeah, but if you ever meet someone saying they work for that company, all ask in the opposite direction. A couple of weeks ago, a source of mine gave me a thing you were looking for and asked me to sell it off. Somehow it caught an eye of some nasty folks who claimed to work for that company. Before I knew it, not only did they come after that device, but they made off with all my best stuff without paying a single mirror. Tried to stop them, but they just beat the ever-loving shit out of me. Wounds haven't fully healed yet.
That's awful. I cannot believe them.
Guessing you can take this case to the cops, or guessing you can, given the kind of stuff you sell in here either. Even if you could, you wouldn't have a consideration for your source, am I right? Yeah, you're a sharp one, ain't you? They said to sell it off quietly and cheap and never speak word of it again. But honest Adios, that's all I know.
There's clearly more to this than meets the eye.
We'll have to leave it here for today. Is this a party or what? Real rude of you not to invite us, odd man. And in comes some guys. It's them. If you've had your lives, run.
You're letting him go then? That means we're the ones you want.
I was wondering how long it'd be till those employees came to greet us.
So it's the fixer poking around our business, huh?
You heard some sweet arm candy with him now, the lucky asshole.
Ignoring the rant, I wouldn't mind taking Blondie for a spin, if you know what I mean. The rant? Can I hit them?
Do what you want. Nothing too extreme, though.
Understood. I'm not sure about this.
Get some fire in those eyes, shorty. Got a lot of steam to let off. Thanks to these little bastards. You're just punching bag I've been looking for.
5 hostiles confirmed. Commencing dismemberment. Dismemberment is the definition of extreme.
Fine, let's play.
Let's go.
I'll take you on.
Of course you will. Right. We'll glow hammer. I want the one that hits the most.
Yeah, it's further back.
Nice.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
I don't need to do a shard boost right now, I don't think. But what I would like to do is do a stun slash, and if I could hit as many as I can in one while still in the zone, that would be nice. And this one's got a side, so let's do that. Chrono impact.
Hit him fast, Fairy.
This is your chance for a shard
I'll round
boost.
them up and scatter them.
What's
Energy output at maximum.
I'll round them up and scatter them.
Can I get one that hits all of them? Yeah.
Activating skill.
Got you now.
Flare impact.
Not getting free.
Deploying shield.
there?
Not getting free.
So it's them.
Be scared. A chance.
Use a sharp full boost. Go all out.
Got a whole slew of them. Come on.
Activating skill.
Aerial Buster.
It should be fairly simple for us to delay.
Son of a.
Nice.
Fast, Fairy.
That was undeniably pretty good. There's only one left anyway.
Have some more.
Nice. And then
Skills.
overkill. The nice old shard ups. Easy. And we get a tier bum. The hell, even the cheeks are strong. Can't afford to lose now. Grab the blow miners on hostage.
You losers for real? You get whipped and you still won't get the hell out of my town?
Hey, it's him. Ah, shit.
There he is. Aaron Way.
It's that vigilante from the Eastern Quarter. That's our boy. Go get him!
That must be him. It's Aaron.
Right on cue.
Come on, we gotta go! Seriously? Like I'd let you run away now! Say! Wong! Got it! I've been waiting for this!
So we got them up.
Look at him go! Doing us proud, one butt kicking at a time!
He got them in one fell swoop. A fast swoop, too.
Guess the stories didn't quite do him justice.
I take it you're the guy Sao hired? I'd love to give you a proper Longport welcome, but, well,
Watch out!
let me guess. Jaeger brat? Not bad, small fry. But my beef is with the old fart behind you.
Ooh.
Come on, man. I'm only 24. You really that bent out of shape about outsiders butting in?
Ding ding! We have a winner! If Heiyue's gonna let things go to shit, then it's up to us to handle things around here. And if I can't trust Heiyue, then I sure as hell can't trust their dog either.
Are we gonna have to fight him?
Give me your worst.
We are. It's a one-on-one.
Try not to disappoint me.
Well, luckily,
A chance. Time for the main event.
we'll do one of these. And it's a crit too.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Out with a bang! Soar for me!
A chance.
I mean, it hurts, but we got a 0 arts.
Full boost. Go all out.
There.
Good job, old fart.
Here goes.
How old am I at? I think I can survive an attack.
What's wrong? That all you got?
I'm actually just going to attack. Chrono Drive's not ideal, but I think, honestly, I think doing this, then healing, is not a bad idea. Boom. Heal, just because I don't want to die. Then we can survive whatever attack is next. Darkroom Talons.
Bring it on.
Stubborn bastard.
And
Moving on up.
we win and we level up. Nice, we'll take it. We'll take that win.
Oh, what a show! Aaron's strong, but that guy in blue's no pushover. Keep it up! That guy's a beast! Aaron, isn't that enough already? No way I'm gonna give up now! Not until this dude is begging at my feet for mercy!
Who's going to win? It's hard to say. They're evenly matched.
Not too shabby. But it's about time I wrap this up.
That's quite enough.
Ooh. Of course. Interesting.
Of course, it had to be you.
Where did she come from? It's that bracer from before.
Is that Beauty's blade? Yeah, the famous A-rank bracer! But what's she doing here? You gotta be kidding me. Holy crap.
I'll have to ask you all to refrain from fighting in public spaces. Do I make myself clear?
Don't let that pretty face fool you. She mopped the floor with a bunch of us back home.
I don't care. I ain't gonna let some lady talk down to me.
You haven't seen the last of us!
Didn't think I'd be running into a celeb today. Look here, do what you want with Pops over there, but those punks are our problem. Doubt the guild wants to stick their nose in Heiyue's business, am I right?
Normally, yes. But so long as you're ordinary citizens, it is our duty as bracers to ensure your safety. Though judging by your swordsmanship earlier, I don't imagine you'll be needing our protection.
Glad to hear it. Keep the guild out of our way, and we won't have any problems. Same goes for you guys. Go dance in the Liu family's palm for a while, see the sights, and then get the hell out of my town.
He's a curious character. The kid's even more of a handful than I was expecting. Hello, Pod, I'm Kettle. I was about to say, the way you broke up as your fight was amazing. Sorry we ended up causing you trouble. Don't worry, it's all part of the job. As is making sure every day people aren't dragged into dangerous situations. I hear you, alright? Anyway, since we're here, why don't we go grab a bite? Curious. Elaine trails through Daybreak. How very exciting. Boo doo 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 doo. What a view! With a skyline like this, it's no wonder people call this the dazzling city. Definitely one of the place's best features. No disagreement here.
Please enjoy your meal. Well, ain't you the VIP? Not every day the head chef comes out to greet the guests themselves.
I suppose. A while back I helped this restaurant out of some trouble. They've been treating me like royalty ever since. It's been surprisingly convenient to come here since the establishment distanced itself from Heiyue.
I was joking, but you really are Miss Popular.
Not everyone's business in Langport aligns with Heiyue, then. Correct, there are many other companies investing in the city after all. People often use this restaurant as a neutral ground to discuss business. Interestingly, the Eastern food served here is more akin to Long Lai's cuisine than that of Langport. Eastern is rather a broad term, I suppose. So,
Let's shelve the table talk for now.
We wouldn't want the food getting cold. Especially not a meal as lovely as this.
Time to dig in. One sec, guys. Ugh. Horrible thing caught my throat.
It really is delicious, isn't it?
Wouldn't shock me if the chef here trained under the best biz in the biz back in Long Lai. Guess we should be thanking the famous Beauty's Blade for the hookup.
You can stop any time, thank you. Besides, I'm sure your client would be more than happy to prepare any reservation if you only asked. Perhaps a fine meal at the Coulon Hotel's restaurant would do.
On to us already, huh?
Doesn't quite sit well with me that you have connections like this. But given the fact they've never come to us, you are the right man for the job.
Expectations ain't that high, really. We're just holding down the fort until Cal gets back.
I assumed as much. Not sure the White Orchid Dragon will be quite as successful securing the help he's after. While the person hasn't left it behind entirely, they seem hesitant to continue the family business. Damn, you know her? I could ask the same of you. The person they keep mentioning must be very well connected. Aren't you going to finish your food, Agnes? Of course. I just wanted to say that I'm glad you're here, Elaine. Not just because you saved us earlier, but for the peace of Langport in general. I appreciate the thought, but don't set your expectations too high. The government tactically has given Heiyue complete freedom to run the city as they please. I can step in when the guild's code allows, but at the end of the day, the people of the Eastern Quarter are loyal to Heiyue. A branch here in Langport serves as an implied deterrent and nothing more. I see.
Hey, Calvard's favorite bracer made a way out here regardless. It's about how mad are you?
Exactly. Ordinarily, the guilds only intervene when civilian is being directly threatened. There are cases where we can act preemptively, but people know where our line is and how to avoid crossing it. I've had the warriors of my cause talk about that before. Conflicted as I am about a girl your age saying that, I'll put that aside for now. All was as usual until a few years ago when the new organization demonstrated a total disregard for that line. I'm sure you can guess who by now. Almada. Until recently, Heiyue was the undisputed leader of Calvard's criminal underbelly. Almada was just one of many mid-sized non-Eastern mafias. However, things have begun to change 8 years ago when the former leader, Enrique, made a critical mistake. Imagine you heard all of this in far greater detail from one of your friends, though.
Bits and pieces. It's hearsay anyway.
Almada's underboss at the time took it upon himself to purge Enrique and seize control of the organization. His name was Gerald Dantes. So that's what happened.
Only ever heard his name, but the guy's gotta be pretty crazy, right?
He's certainly proven himself capable. Almada's standing has skyrocketed in the years since he took control. His charisma is enough to bring even the most hardened criminals into his fold. As for the exceptionally strong as his sword arm is, his relentless devotion to his cause is what's truly terrifying.
Have you met the guy or something?
I have. He didn't identify himself, and I couldn't quite see him because of the act of camouflage, but I've no doubt that it was him. If only been able to apprehend him then, I could have prevented all that Almada has done since. But I was utterly powerless against him. Even just thinking of that fight sends chills down my spine.
For real.
I wish I was exaggerating. The guild and the police have been looking into Almada. I expect Heiyue, the CID, and other organizations are likely doing the same. However, every attempt to probe Almada with undercover agents has ended in failure. Many bracers and police officers have lost their lives. Oh dear. That is not good. What we know is that Melchior, the member you've met, is not Almaty's only executive. It's highly likely there's some are in Langport as we speak. I know Van can handle himself, and I very, very reluctantly accept that you probably can too, Fairy. But you're where I draw the line, Agnes. Dangerous hardly begins to describe the situation here. Why is a student of one of the country's most prestigious schools using her precious free time working for a fixer? All I can say is that I have my reasons. My whole life I was shackled by circumstances out of my control and forced to give up on many things as a result. However, in meeting Van and Fairy and working together, it feels like my eyes have been opened to a whole new world. The more I see, the more I begin to understand what it is I really want out of my life, as well as the kind of person I aspire to be. And while that isn't my initial reason for working with Van, it's the main reason I'm still helping him. Aww. I'm still not convinced this is in your best interest, but is it clear I won't be able to talk you out of this? Alright, I'll leave you with your work for now. Please be extremely careful, and that goes for you too, Fairy. Of course. You can count on me. Make sure you take that scary lady words to heart now. Would you like to take this outside, Van? Please spare me. My apologies for the delay. Here's your sub, Ozan. Oh, hell yeah. It's like a flan. What a vibrant yellow. Don't think I've ever seen a custard with this shape of color before. Look at it wobble around. What strange texture. It's the perfect level of sweetness. A desert so slick it'll slip and slide against the blade, your chapsticks, and even inside your mouth. The unique mouthful paired with this gentle and subtle flavors is sublime. Revolutionary even. In fact, it's bigger game changer than a democratic revolution. I know, right? I'd be meaning to ask, has he always been like this? He never did this when we were kids. There we go. The more you know. Trails through Daybreak. I wonder if she's going to join us at some point. She seems being primed for it. After finishing their meal and parting ways with Elaine, they return to the Eastern Quarter by bus. Night. We get 2 rooms? We do get 2 rooms. It was still early, but feeling tired from the first day of work, the group chose to return to the hotel. Yeah, not a problem. Be there in a sec. We're gonna have some nighttime activities. Of course she noticed. Oh, and the Genesis is going. Alright.
A flush. Looks like I win this one.
I was feeling lucky tonight too.
Might have had a shot if you hadn't gone all in at the end there. A win's a win, though. You're paying double for your info this time.
Whatever, your booze fun was looking pretty dry anyway. By the way, I heard Elaine's in town. I forgot, Junior. Yeah, she just got here this evening. What's with the creepy laugh? Ain't it tough being so popular? Everywhere you turn, there's another girl vying for your attention. You have too much to drink, bud? Look like you've got any right to talk with me, your old pal is... Hey, we're done talking about this.
Talking about what?
It's guy stuff. Way too dirty for the likes of you. Now shoo.
Why are men like this?
Fair.
Asshole!
Anyway, what I've got here is way heavier than the stuff you've been working on this afternoon. Del Blondie and the kid were ready for it, to be honest. Why do you think I came alone? Pair of jokers. A pair of cheating bros have been going around making a mess of Langport's gambling scene. Normally it'd be my job to do something about it, but there's rumours A is backing them. It'd be a huge help if you investigated in my stead. If things go well, you can deduct your info fee in addition to giving a reward. Talk to Poisson for the deets. Pair of jokers. Can't Arkhide working with A. It's a mess, alright. Well, see you around. You going along? That's the plan. I know you're tough and all, but wandering around this town late at night by your lonesome ain't the brightest idea. Now, don't bite my head off, but why not ask Elaine to come along? You got any... like I've got any right to do that? No, I've got this. I can handle it by myself. Got the best nose in the biz, you know. Don't work that sniffer too hard, you hear? Interesting. So we need to speak the topic and bring up
you something.
this. Okay. Back in the clock, you certainly are a hard worker. Came from Jack and don't mind hustling for him. Know a little of the cheating Joe. The names are Samson and Richie. Hadn't seen him around these parts for the last week, but they certainly made an impression. But for the Lords, they challenged Halle to a round of gambling. It was a close match, but she lost. They beat Halle. The guys must have been pros. So serious from the start, things would have ended differently. However, the swindlers pretended to be rookies when they approached her. Okay. Didn't think it happened to one of Jack's old buddies. Well researched, the person in question is very much ashamed about that, and so is Halle for that matter, so she's beating us up over it. Her pride's being wounded. Samson and Richie showed their true colours after match. We kicked Calais' ass. I bet Jack's scared to take us on. Had them repeating that ad nauseum in the other gambling joints in Langport. Don't have anything else to say. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of stuff to do. Best of luck, Van. I need to find out more about these underground scene. Samson and Ricky is the one, okay. But we should speak to Halle as well. And bring up a topic. Samson and Ricky. Average conversation, you know I lost them. I'm Jack's partner, so I can't lose like this. Next time I'll go down without a fight. I might not get the chance. I'm going to take off soon so I can get a drink the night away, so I'm guessing he's going out to confront them with you. Since A's involved, you got to understand where he's coming from. Wish you'd take care of yourselves, but I won't be selfish. Don't apologize, you didn't do nothing. Interesting. Let's get that reward. 9 topics broached. A fortitude thing. Items, armor, accessories, quartz, key. Costumes we've got, obviously. Where are these? Vitality. Power. Fortitude is just defense. Which, to be honest, I'm going to equally split between everyone. I should make sure these are used. Spirit is obviously going on Agnes. Cool. Just want to make sure I did it, you know. Okay. Let's go speak to some peoples. Go to Arkhide Clinic next. Bam.
Do you know? I hope to see you again.
Oh.
Do you know what you want?
I'll exchange some mirror.
To see you again.
Then we'll bring up this Samson and Richie. Okay. Wish to know about Samson and Richie. He knows names a lot. Didn't you have a match with them recently? I dabble in gambling every now and again. They challenged me. I can very well say no. Not great. I had the match against Halle beforehand, so I must have used some underhand methods to beat her. They were the real deal. They were both just as good as Halle. Chances are you'll get demolished. If you could get the rough on them, forget it. They've always got bodyguards with them. Ah. Don't do anything stupid, Arkhide. Thanks, you two. Okay. Think to Jigger next. He's the other acquaintance who likes gambling. Maybe he'll know something about this.
Did you heard something?
I did not heard anything, thank you, good sir. Do 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 do.
Oh, good stuff right here. The very best.
This is my dude I need to speak to. Flicking on his junk shop.
No need to be shy now.
I mean, none of these particularly do that much for me. Maybe I should buy these, so I've got them. I'm gonna buy them so I've got them, because they're there. Dazzling Wing. I mean, they so take everything else down so much. Right, bring up the topic of Samson and Richie. Which is Samson and Richie. I remember them, they challenged me to a few rounds of cards. Didn't go so well for me. Those busters made out like a bandit. You know, these guys were cheaters. Why would they take the bait? I enjoy playing with a handicap. Living on the edge is the best way to live. Now I'm stuck drinking cheap booze for the next half a year. You better not be blabbing to my wife about any of this. I ain't no Stitch. Wish you could wipe up with these arseholes though. They take raking in the cash at everyone's expense. And the idea he's scammed by Doubling Joe. One of Aaron's spots got done in pretty bad. Don't know the kid's name, but he apparently got burnt big time. He's hatching a revenge scheme. Okay, I owe you this one. Blame scoring a booze and we'll call it even. So, a friend of the Brad is a victim in all this. Might have info on the characters. Now we got off on the wrong foot, but if we're talking payback, we might be running out.
Working your ass off. Think I could tag along?
Interesting. Speak of the devil. I got a feeling you're sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. This usually is the point where I tell you to hightail it out of my town, but after what happened at the docks, I admit you piqued my curiosity. I want to learn more about how you do things, so I'm going to keep you company for a while. Just so we're clear, I'm not taking no for an answer. So that's how you want to play it, huh? Naturally, this works out perfectly for me. Fine, one condition. I want to question one of your pals. Van told Aaron about the cheaters. You chasing those ass clowns? It's all more reason for me to join up with you. Thanks for them, Sid's broke as hell. No one messes with my bros, so I'm so down for some payback. Let's go. Load your horses, dude. We're not rushing into this. Still sniffing for information on those guys. You know anything about them? Got nothing. Sid might know a thing or two. It's probably hanging around the front of the Eastern Theater. Let's go talk to him. Hey, slow down a little bit, will ya?
It's Aaron Way! Yo, Aaron, you were amazing back there.
Interesting.
Thanks. Hope you come back soon.
It is so fun.
Interesting,
Word
interesting.
on the street is you got into another fight. You're going to hurt yourself one of these days.
How is it this late?
Sorry to worry you, ma'am. Appreciate the concern, though.
Hey, friend. Got something you'll like.
Interesting.
Hey, Aaron. Thanks a bunch for the help earlier.
They all love him. They all
Sure
love
thing,
him.
Pops. But you'll be on your own from here. Got it?
Curious.
Hard to get anywhere with you around, you attention-grabbing punk.
My noodles are
Sorry
the
for
best
being
in
so
town.
popular. I can switch into my costume if it would help.
Is that it? I think it is. Right. Speak to Sid. What's up, Aaron? What you doing with that handyman bastard? We're just talking about grabbing a bite to eat. Want to ditch this loser and hang? Pass. I want to keep the old fart while he's doing his job. Might learn a thing or two. I get you. Weekends and podding. Keep that in mind when I'm guiding people around. Good luck on your issue, Aaron. Let's go. Alpha's probably gonna wrap things up soon. I'll join you guys after that. Think of all out celebrations are in order when we keep the crap out of those outsiders. When I get there, let's call over some hot chicks and chill. You better call me an old fart, you little bastard. Tonight's gonna be wild. I'm excited to tell you about the handyman. Interesting. Bring
Can
up.
we talk?
Let's talk. You want to know about Samson and Richie? Those guys were a couple of shithead cheaters. I lost to them big time. But that's how the boat bounces, I guess. Cheating's only cheating if you get caught. It's on me for losing, but they did get me pretty upset. What did they do? What did they do dirty, dude? Tell me everything and I'll avenge you if they did. Thanks, Aaron. I'm not mad about anything they did in the match. I'm upset by the promise they made. After the match, they said that if I went and broke, I couldn't cover my losses. They'll only make me pay what I had on me. After I lost, they did a heel turn and said I had to give them everything I had and then some. Tell me if I couldn't fork over the cash, they'll put me to work at the Muslim trading company. You frickin' kidding me, dude? So that's when Almada comes into the picture. Called upon Sane Hang and borrowed the mirror I needed from them. They came in clutch for me. If it wasn't broken on my ass, I bet money that they're the ones who got sucked in by those sniveling bastards. So they're going to be debt levering against people in the town. Interesting. I'm gonna murder those assholes, dude. Any idea when they'll hold up? Then they said they were staying at Kulan. They told me I head there if I wanted some revenge. I've been getting some revenge, alright. Instead of dealing out cards, we deal out ass kickings. Yeah, not happening. You're supposed to be watching me do my thing. You're trying to call the shots. It's my job. Fine. You better hurry the hell up, though. If you start talking your sweet-ass time, I'm bailing. Got it? Whatever you want, bud. We don't know enough about these guys. I'm gonna go to Newtown and do some spooning around. You coming with? Sure, whatever. Interesting. We've got another one of these. I'm guessing it's going to be something about topics broached. And the other... Oh, a whole bunch of fortitude droplets. 10 of them, in fact. Okay. Just takes up defense. Oh, interesting that we can now... Can I look at his ordnance?
Maintenance mode active. That's a single element slot, boss.
I can, and I can give him things. Which may not be a bad idea to give him some stuff. He's not really capable of using anything else, and we don't have all of the other things right now, which is a little bit annoying, but just so he's a little bit better. Let's do that. And then cameo, he's got fire and wind. That makes sense. Right. Let's head. So, where are we headed? Cool on. I want to ask the receptionist some questions. Should be able to get plenty of info since Hayui's my client. Sure, I want the sound matter mess cleared up nice and quickly. Probably kicking themselves for letting the mafia in the door. It's their fault for underestimating outsiders. We still got them to deal with as well. They're cheaters. If they really are doing illegal gambling, then we may need some backup. Might call a couple of experts I know. What kind of experts are we talking about? You'll find out soon enough. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna head to the rear entrance of the department store.
There's a new movie.
We hope you enjoy your stay as you browse the finest goods Longport has to offer.
Please step on up.
What'll you have today?
We already sold all of those.
Thanks for coming.
Can't open anything, so we'll just go. Oh, actually, I might be able to open some of our own stuff. Let's have a look.
Do you know what you want?
Modify augment. Open a slot. 240. 480. Nope, can't open any of those. That's fine. Oh, I should see if I can modify some plugins, though. Because that I can definitely open. So let's open that. Can't open that one, though. But let's set a plugin. What do we want to give him? This has fire and everything. Let's give him Last Mobius, because I'm just curious.
I hope to see you again.
And we're blatantly going to be getting him as a thing. And there is a dude on a bench. Dart, Samson and Richie. Should we bring up the topic?
Can we talk?
Pardon, I don't know what you're talking about. It's nothing to be coy. We already know that you're keeping an eye on Messlin Trading Company. Tell you from around here, so I got a pretty good guess as to what your real job is. Can reveal it myself. My buddy here drew the honors. Are you seriously testing me? Screw off, dude. Okay, fine, I'll play along. Seen this guy around enough towns, but now that I think about it, he's most likely a... Not a bracer, he's most likely a... Policier officer. Even though you're doing a stakeout of the place, guess you're either a cop or a detective. Though with that Langport police role useless, but you're out here trying to beat the stereotype. Heads off to you. Keep your voices down. If I wish to talk, follow me. Not bad, kid. Don't patronize me, asshole. So what's he gonna say? So what can I do for the famous Langport prodigy and the Spriggan? You wanted information on the cheating duo. I know they're connected to A. Got anything else for us? Primary target is A, but I don't mind divulging information. The unofficial members of A, the two of them and the part-time gangsters, have only just been hired. Samson and Richie have made a splash in the gambling scene, caused quite a stir back in Messeldom. Fortunately for them, they pressed their luck and they had their sights set on swindling A out of their money, and they paid the price for it. Now they were collared and put on tight leashes. The two were given Jaeger dropout bodyguards, but otherwise they're being treated like dogs. They're on the same level as the part-time gangsters. Well, ain't that convenient. So in other words, they're expendable, which means we can bring them down without fear of retaliation. What are you two plotting? He's just messing with you. We're gonna resolve this nice and peacefully. Yeah, what he said. Thanks for the info. Stay out of our way from the night now on. Okay. Interesting. Right, so next up. So we're gonna go to the Kulong Hotel. Hey, dude. Shoot, yet another dead end. If only I could find a single clue. What are you doing? Don't tell me you're one of the tabloid vultures. Stalking is a crime. But we've sent Morelliel on them, and we might have actually given them a scoop, funnily enough. Bring up the topic of Samson and Richie.
Let me ask you something.
Okay, welcome Mr. Arkhide. See Armis Academy as well. How are you two doing this evening? Trying to get those damn cheaters. Well, the cheaters are linked away. It's a good incident involving your friend. It's a good thing in worst case scenario, he would have been handed over to A, so we know at present. Lines up with Sid's. Hay would step in, but the content seems to be letting them roam freely. I'm going to assume Hay is cool with us tracking these issues. You may deal with them as you see fit. The unofficial agents of A, so they're good. They're relaxing in their room. Would you like me to relay a message to them? Not right now.
That's probably all the relevant info we're gonna find.
Until we head towards the park.
What's next on the agenda? Wanna go raise some hell?
No, we're stopping at the park so we can go over everything. No hell raising.
Hey, bro. Let's head to the park, which is what we're doing now. Let's go see what's out above and about. Okay, so what's the plan? I'm gonna bust in the whole tomb and rip him a new asshole. You wish. Just leave a big old mess for Hayue to clean up, and I'd rather not be indebted to Hayue. Also make it harder for me to move around freely. Got a better idea. Instead of fighting with fists, I say we fight them with cards. You want to gamble with them? That's right. You never struck me as the high-rolling type. Considered that an option too, but I tossed the idea when I realized Sid and I wouldn't stand a chance. You confident in your card-playing skills? More or less. Though I'm probably not as self-assured as you. Jack told me you normally win 1 of every 3 games against him. It's not a small feat. But if I told you I win 2 in every 5 games against him? Oh, you think you're better than me, huh? Who's calling you self-assured? Speaking objectively, can hold my own against a round of cards. That said, our opponents are at least as good as Halle. If we challenge them by ourselves, the deck will be stacked against us. How about we up the odds by stacking our own deck with a couple of aces? More specifically, a Jack and a Halle. You're a man with a plan. Surprised how calm you are about this. Right back at you. Had you pegged as a dumb, reckless brat who ran headlong into danger. But tonight's taught me you can think things through. I got brains and brawn. I'm the whole package, baby. Don't blame you for thinking me that way, though. I get that a lot. I get into a lot of fights. I already enjoy pointless conflict. People in the Eastern Quarter are the closest thing I have to family, so... You don't have any relatives? Nah, Mom died when I was a kid. So the people of the town took me in and treated me like one of their own. Even Hayways had my back over the years. Used to be true of Lao Ye, too, but he's been distancing himself from me lately. Anyway, just trying to do what I can for the people here. Won't let anyone tie me down, though. I've always done whatever the hell I wanted. It's not gonna change. Is that right? What the hell am I spilling my guts to you? Can we go back talking about how the plan now? Sure thing. As far as I can tell, Samson and Richie are genuine gamblers. Might be cheaters, but their skills are legit. Better on another level. Probably fancy themselves being on the same plane as Jack and Halle. And they want everyone else to think so too, which is why they challenged Halle. That's why they take care of Jack so far. Jack's basically a living legend among gamblers. You gotta be on your A game and have all the luck in the world to take him down. Exactly, even if you're a cheating bastard, winning won't come easy against him. So we're gonna make the idea of challenging him less intimidating. Any guesses as to what I have in mind? We're gonna bait them with something? Oh, we're the bait. Bingo. Now, let's get Jack and Halle on board. We're not gonna do that immediately. We're actually gonna head towards the harbour. Because there's an optional event with a certain bracer lady here. Boo-doo-doo-doo. And what's Elaine doing here? Probably on patrol of all this All Matter business. Any reason why you stopped? Quiet. Why? Oh, it's the beauty blade chick. Imagine calling yourself that. Couldn't be me. Try saying that in front of her and I guarantee you'll have a sword in your throat. She touchy about it? Shut up, I don't want to get caught. Aw, you shy? No, you idiot. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass if she spots us. Do you want the guild poking their head in your business? Point taken. She's leaving. You two know each other or something? Thanks to work, yeah. I try to avoid her most of the time, but I haven't been able to do that lately. Uh-huh. Alright, back to the investigation. Curious. What we are going to do, once we're here, is head towards the shops. The shops. Why is Elaine here? That's the other question.
No rest for the weary.
But we need to head.
Damn shame our fight had to end when it did.
Welcome.
Nice, just wanted to buy that.
It's getting good too.
I'm sure he kind of agrees. You got the regal garb, all the accessories. What we'll do is give you a pearl bracelet and a yellow pendulum might actually be better for you.
How about we take it from the top? Let's go!
Hard pass. Yeah. I don't got that kind of energy anymore.
Okay, so we're out of here.
Confirming your plans.
We're gonna head towards the eastern quarter. Nice. And head towards, where is it? The Gambit Bar.
Let's do this.
Always got booze to look forward to.
Speak to these two. So, got some news. Been a while. Didn't expect to see you together like this. An unusual combo, to be sure. Okay. Think we finally got to kind of handle the situation. It's pretty exactly much as we imagined. Those who can't pay up are forced to do grunt work. These guys are scum of the earth, man. We can't let them get away with it. So, what do you think about my plan? It ain't a bad one. If you want to join up with me while Aaron pairs up with Harley, they might accept our challenge. They'll piss themselves if they had to face both you. But we might get them if we two of us are teaming up with fresh faces. Two of us will have to pull our own weight. We can't expect Harley to carry our asses. You'll be fine. I know full well you're no amateurs, and I'm confident you'll do great out there. Things is a solid plan, don't you think too, Jack? Of course. Before we go charging in, I want you to recognize some signs. So we're cheating the cheaters, huh? I don't mind fighting fire with fire. Does that mean we're cool with passing cards to each other under the table? Let's don't go overboard. Our point is we're doing some of the same, sir. She mentioned you and I will have different set of signs from Jack and Van. We don't got much time to get things right. When I put my right hand over my face, I need you to discard the king. You'll do it when we're changing cards. If I rest my chin on my hands, your cue is to discard the queen. And if I scratch my head, I want you to discard the jack. All those 3 signs I'll use, I'm aiming for 4 of a kind. We're counting on you to get those cards in my hand. However, if you're 1 card away from a straight flush, then toss out any cards you don't need. When you do that, I'll be sure to get the card that'll lead us to victory. Got it. One more thing. If I cough, I want you to drop out of the match. Only use the sign if you think the opponent have better hand than us. Always good to know when to quit. That's about it. Got it memorized? Got it memorized. Yeah, committed it to memory. Same for me. Sounds like we're ready. Then let's left is to call them up. Remember, we'll head straight there once we do. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, let's proceed. Alright, time with the nighttime stroll. Let's challenge Samson and Richie. Because the main storyline, we're no longer about to explore Langport. That's fine. Challenge the cheating duo. Alright, I'll contact them now. Let's see what these guys look like. Kowloon, the duo were more than happy to accept on one condition. They wanted the match whether it would be held. They went to their suite in Kowloon Hotel. Okay, it's a man of myth and legend in the flesh. Here they are, the 2 guys. Jack, good to see you come out to play. Brought King's adorable little daughter with him. It's been a week since we saw each other. Ready to be at your butt whooped? I'll be doing the butt whipping. Don't let them rile you up, Haley. Gamblers always got to keep up their poker face. Told her about you us over the phone. Mind going easy on us? We're just a couple of newbies. You're the prodigy and the Spriggan. We never heard of you back in Messeldom. We're only rookies, and you made a big mistake in coming here. We just dropped you into the lion's den, and we're gonna tear you limb from limb. I'm shaking in my boots. Bet you guys are all barking, no bite, dude. Alright, enough trash talk. We don't have all day. Let's get to this game on the road. Right, then let's play. I'm gonna go dethrone the king of gambling. Right. Jackie. We'll play poker as pairs of two as agreed. No peeking at your partner's hands. At the end of the game, we'll tally up the chips, and the team with the most will be declared the winner. Works for me. Who'll be dealing your bodyguards? I'll be watching them like a hawk. If I spot them cheating in any way, I'll be your loss. These guys know next to nothing about gambling anyway. A couple of bodyguards we hired through the trading company. Battle between warriors who found that craft of art. We're not going to cheat. The victory won't feel earned if we do. We'll see if they stick to their word. So we're going to have some choices. Samson and Richie aren't full of hot air. No pushovers. It's been a close game so far. The other boys will pull through though. The odd fart's putting on a good fight. He's doing great. Had to pull a few tricks out of my hand to get this full house. This is a slam dunk. Sorry about that. It's just me, or is the air dry in here? A little. Jack's giving me one of his signals. What should I do? He wanted us to fold. If we coughed, so let's fold. Coughing is a sign of folding. Can't imagine I'd lose with this hand, but need to trust in Jack. I'm out. Wasn't expecting you to fold. Of course. You Spriggan. Dodged a bullet there. Good call, Van. Just had a gut feeling. Thanks for the save. Nice going. Always good to know when to pull back. The heated battle rages on, both sides relenting as the tides shifted back and forth. Eventually it all came to a head where folding would spell certain defeat, and the victor would lay claim to every chip at the table. 9-10, King, Queen. I've got a straight. Got bad cards, this ain't the night. Pull yourself together, man. I need you to have your head in the game. You aren't fooling everyone. He's put his right hand above his face, which means we should do one thing. He's putting his right hand on his face. He wanted me, and his right hand was discard the jack. Huh? Always well prepared. Straight flush of hearts. How about that? I lost with 4 aces. We underestimated you. Cost you the game. Van and Jack make a great team. I'm just jealous. I didn't quite understand what you were saying there. You guys are down 500,000 Mira. Gonna keep going? Of course you will. We're not gonna back down after a loss like that. We're done with you though. Wanna play Helly and the red-headed guy. We're gonna squeeze them dry. Eat that. We certainly did. This is humiliating. But getting our shit kicked by nobodies is just plain embarrassing. All of your luck in your match with Jack and Van, and now you're down 1 million Mira. Time to pay up. No other recourse except to run away. Let's scram. Get down. Damn flash grenade. Cowards. Can't let him get away. Let's go after him. You two handle things here. You got it. Do I get a cut of that 1 million Mira? Okay. Bad move, you sign her death words. I don't think we have.
Let's play. Let's see what you're made of. Here I go.
What I'm excited about is I get to play as Aaron. Costs HP, but it gives us insight. That's fine.
Get ready. Activating skill.
Boom.
You'll pay for that.
And then it should be the chain. I'm going to do the raid.
A chance. Brace yourself.
And then I'm going to try and do Phoenix Dance afterwards. Nice. Easy money. And a free tier bomb. Okay,
let us go. We don't have any money in the mail if you took over last mirror. I might have beat you guys to the punch there. We don't care about the money. We've been handing people you beat to the mafia, right? Well, we're just following orders. We had no choice, it was us or them. I don't want to hear your pathetic excuses, dude. Save your breath. At this point, we should just give them over to the right people. No point getting rough with them, they ain't worth it. Can't be serious. Fine, I guess you're right. So, who are you handing them over to? Who should I hand them over to? We're gonna choose HUA. We're choosing the Chaos option. Well, if I really want them to pay for what they did, then HUA's our best option. They won't show them any mercy, especially since the Easterners are among their victims. Severity of the punishment might change depending on how many of them we caught up in this scheme. Either way, one hell of a lot more harshly if we had... they'd be punished a hell of a lot more harshly than if we handed them over to the Guild or the Cops. Good with you? You ain't gonna hear any objections from me, dude. Wanna go in and get in touch with them? Crew and receptionist can help us there. We gave them Samson and Richie, and
looks good to me.
And extra SP, some negligible amount of money, and Chaos is ranked up to 2. Nice. Well, it wasn't as smooth as I hoped, but what's done is done. So, if you know there's any public baths around here, even better if they got a sauna. Old Man Wang's got one just down the way. Don't tell me you're aching after one little scuffle. You gotta work on your stamina, man. I can stay up for 3 nights straight with the energy to spare. Spoken like a teenager. Stay jealous. You should go for a massage instead. Oh, they'll put an old fart like you out for a commission for a few days at least. Dude, I ain't old. Sheesh, don't know if I could put up with you if you weren't handy in a fight. So, you're doing the theater and what? Is the plan just to join up with HUA at some point? What? I hit a nerve? What do you care what I'm doing with my life? No reason in particular, but... all I am is an outsider who floats in from town from time to time. Some things you can only really tell if a person like me that ain't got a stake in your life. Not gonna force you or anything, mind. This place is special to me. Get to mess around with my friends and go up on the big stage. So I got a bunch of memories from being with Mom here. Ah, and that's the guy who cleaned the car. Sure, HUA does stuff that ticks me off, but I still go way back with Ashley and her family. Though me and Lao Ye aren't really close these days. Gao's a shady son of a bitch, but it's obvious he's sharp as a tack. If smart people like him can move up in AUA, it's not a bad idea for me to join up and see how I do. I just have doubts sometimes. You suddenly find yourself wondering if you really belong here. If you have the right to have a life that's nice. No, self-doubt growing up's totally normal. Happens to everyone. I get the feeling you're kinda like me. You love someone or something so much you have to let them go. You don't have the heart to tell them that. Damn, dude. Lay off the romance movies, old man. All that sentimental crap sounds ridiculous coming out of your ugly mug. Leave my face out of this. Anyway, take it from me. You can make a home for yourself anywhere you want. Could be some far-off land, or maybe you go on a long journey and end up right back where you started. Point is, you have to decide yourself. How about that?
You and me couldn't be more different, but I get what you're saying. Sometimes it feels like the world's fading away around me. Probably just imagining things, or maybe I really don't get enough sleep. I'll see my bros or Ashin, hell, even the city lights, and my vision just kinda hazes over. It makes me sick.
You really love this place, don't you? So much that doubting your love for even a second makes you hate yourself.
That's so wrong. You telling me I shouldn't hate Almada for coming in and trying to mess shit up? Or be pissed at HUA for letting it all happen? Screw all of that! I've got to protect this place! I've got to prove to myself that I belong here! That all my doubts are bullshit! But if I gotta be the one to do it, you and the guild are in my way. I already know you're damn tough, and I like the way you handle your work. But I've already made up my mind. So you gonna get the hell out of here or what?
I respect the hustle, kid. But ain't you jumping the gun a little?
What are you talking about?
I get it, you're a bit leery of us because we're working with Cal. Thing is, I'll work for just about anyone if the job's right and the mirror's there. But as you've seen, when I work, I do things my way. So don't go lumping me with those sticks in the mud over at the guild.
Are you saying?
Say it. Are you, Spriggan?
Van! We've been looking all over for you.
The hell are you doing here?
Pop's got caught going for a night on the town, eh? Sucks being old, don't it?
Can it already?
Hal and Jack told us everything. We've been worried sick. She's right. Wait, you're with Aaron?
Chill, I can explain. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna make a phone call. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. Chill, I can explain. Can you now? Can you explain now? First, Helene, what are you doing
I
here?
happened to run into them on my nighttime patrol. Though I must say, you two suddenly seem close. Was one wild night on the town all it took to smooth things over?
Interesting. Huh?
Oh, is this an adult thing?
Course not. Yeah, tell him. Hot night at Langport. We're just getting busy with a real babe. My man here really knows how to pick him. Come on.
Why don't you tell us about this babe? What does he mean by busy? Well, Van.
Well, it's my cue to exit stage left. Don't forget what I told you earlier, Kay. Keep out of my way and...
Huh? Why is your bag glowing?
Hell? Shit.
Look.
The moon's changing.
What in the world? Are folks rolled in?
I've got a bad feeling about this. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not going to wait around and find out.
Aaron, it's too dangerous.
We're going after him.
Right.
Oh, is something happening in the Eastern Quarter? Big episode today. Well, goddamn.
What's going on?
Dunno, but I don't like it. Go hide out in the bar.
We shouldn't be getting sea fog at this time of year.
Even if it's a freak off-season incident, it shouldn't be this dense. Contact the other families. I need men stationed in every district.
Yes, sir.
To think it'd return after 40 long years.
Yeah?
Of course, he's a Hey You Away guy.
Are you saying this has happened before?
I'm not surprised you have forgotten. You were only a child when this fog last descended upon us. Assemble the Shongshou. We must fortify our defenses at once.
Hurry back to your homes! Stay in and don't come out. It's too dangerous outside.
Hey, do you know where Aaron is? I can't find him anywhere.
He went to go keep an eye on that outsider Hayway hired.
What about this fog? I've never seen anything like...
Sid, hang in there. Say something.
You bastards!
Well, looky here. The whole bunch of them in one place.
Our job of painting these streets red just got a lot easier.
Say! Wong! Damn it all!
Oh, great.
Ooh,
I'll
are we
take
gonna
point.
Are we gonna get Elaine?
Wow! They're perfectly in sync!
Look alive!
It's not over yet.
What are they doing here? Let's go!
Are we gonna get to choose? We get to choose a lane. That's sick. Right, okay. Obviously, we're doing this. Or rather, let's coin bullets. Play this impact. Nice. Oof.
You can't best me.
Craft, longer in. Delay and quick. Keldeo Fencer, Silvery Cross.
I'll get them in one go.
It's working.
Does this actually hurt them either? I don't know.
Engaging skill. Reverie.
Ooh. Okay, undeniably
Do your worst.
Activating skill.
pretty strong. Even if we get into the area, I think it's all good. X weak. Let's use an icicle hammer.
All you on yet?
Boom, boom, boom. Nice.
Here goes. This'll hurt. Take that.
Activating skill.
Nice. Those
Engaging skill.
those little pluses, those after shard attacks that we've got, are undeniably pretty goddamn fucking handy. Nice. First round done.
Stop here.
Some levels up. We'll take them all.
Out of my way! Go to hell! Hang on, guys! I'm coming!
The enemy has been routed. What if there are more hiding in the mist?
Don't think so. The fog's clearing.
Did you hear that?
About 10 people just fled the combat zone.
We need to hurry.
Oh, what's up with Aaron? Oh.
Oh, Adios. This isn't even a battlefield.
Stay back, both of you.
Let's go make sure.
I don't like these odds.
Here's how you aim.
Aaron.
Those bastards. Even if it's the last thing I do, they're gonna...
They'll pay! They'll make them all pay!
Well, goddamn, this game certainly trails through Daybreak. Certainly decides to be a little bit darker with it. The most. There's death, there's suicide, there's a whole bunch of shit. The next morning, (8:12 p.m.)
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Gen Lu.
Okay. Gen Lu. That makes you... Figure there was more going on with you that I wouldn't have guessed you were that important. Can't believe an elder from Hayway waxed my ride. Is it the same guy?
You still have much to learn, young Van.
Weird hearing from you, but I'll take it I didn't invite us for just for a big reveal.
Naturally, we must discuss last night's events. Allow me to inform you of the Elder's decision. Heiyue will remain on standby until further notice.
Even after the bloodbath?
Are you sure this is the most prudent course?
Today, we must bide our time and prepare our forces. In the interim, no one must mount an attack. On the morrow, Cao will return, And we as an organization will resolve this matter in one fell swoop. Whether Yin chooses to help us is no longer relevant.
How can you expect us to sit idly by and accept that? Never mind the people of Longport. What about Aaron? He's been missing ever since the incident. I know him. He's not about to sit on his hands and wait. Are you both really just going to let him go it alone?
Of course, we don't want to abandon him. However, it's plain to see this situation is balanced on a knife's edge. Our foes will expect retribution, so we only have one chance to get this right.
I get what you mean. They must have an idea of what retribution would look like, and a way to counter it. Yes, I've seen traps like these before.
I see. No need to explain further. However, I must append one note. A warning. Leave the city by dawn tomorrow. So that's when you're settling news the Shadow Warriors, huh? You guys didn't even send them out when you were beefing with the Red Constellation. You are remarkably well informed. The altercation was simply a consequence of another family's poor decisions. If Sao failed to quell the incursion, our shadows would have been released without a second thought. Lucky for everyone, the Jaegers have more sense than our matter, I guess. Beginning to understand what Sao sees in you. Perhaps I will enlist your services again one day. With that, I bid you farewell. Fair travels on your return to the capital.
This is the true power of Heiyue. Why didn't you warn us they were here?
Got one last question for your old man. What's with the cold shoulder to the kid? He's been sulking about it.
Simply put, Heiyue is a complex organization. This crisis presents an opportunity to let external woes reveal internal wounds. Perhaps you will understand this too in due time.
Well, if they're here to say we aren't acting today, then that's that. I'll leave it to you to decide how and what degree you investigate last night. My request is you look for Aaron as much as possible. I feel the same. His friends were like family to him. He'd be willing to pay the price to avenge them. It makes sense. He was overtaken with rage. I'm worried about him being out there on his own.
Speaking of worried, I'm getting worried about you getting back to Edith on time. If you don't make it back in time, a certain bracer's gonna bite my head off.
He said me stay until the end of the day. There's something on my mind I need to see through.
Of course, the Genesis. That figures. Alright. Got a last train tonight though. No more extensions.
I understand.
Do be careful. If you need support, we'll do what we can. Counting on you, Mr. Arkhide. I don't know why he's gone Scottish.
Aaron's in your hands now.
So as long as this kind of work a Spriggan like me can do, I'll see it through. Interesting. Alright, bet you already know the game plan for today.
We need to investigate what happened, particularly where the strange fog came from. It's possible there's a Genesis involved. We need to track down Aaron too. For all we know, he's already charged headfirst into the enemy base. The enemy is likely being Almata.
Not bad, you got all the big stuff. When we work on information gathering, we'll knock out all the small tasks that come our way. I want to check in with Jack too. May hit up the old cops in the guild while we're at it. Long story short, we gotta roll with the punches.
Right. And we'll do that next time. If you have enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. We get a power droplet. Please like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time on this Trails Through Daybreak Let's Play. Peace and love.